So what is the role of artists of all kinds in gospel-centered worship? I would say two things. First thing I'd say is a good artist uses their medium, whatever that is, to help amplify the good news of Jesus Christ. So kind of like the frame of a painting allows a painting to be either seen with a little more clarity or obscured, so it is that our art can be a conduit that makes the gospel and the good news of Jesus either more opaque or come alive in living color. When you're a musician, you think about that from the perspective of how does my music, through even the arrangement of a song that might sing about the gospel, amplify particularly those moments that sing of the good news. Or if you're a visual artist, you're thinking about the fact that maybe as your worship service communicates the gospel, how do I surround that communication with the kind of framing of lights, of backdrops, of set design, or of architecture and furniture, so that the good news is a little bit more on the forefront. So I think of that in terms of framing aesthetically what the gospel is trying to give. The second thing I think that artists contribute and do with regards to gospel-centered worship is that artists tend to be people who are aware of the language of emotion. People often say that artists are the folks who, through their medium, are communicating emotionally things. The gospel isn't just kind of heartless truth. The gospel is something that affects us with comfort and is something that we not only know in our head but feel in our heart. Anyone who's been seized by the good news of Jesus isn't only saying, oh, I know that Jesus died for my sins. We're often very aware, because of the tears flowing down our face and the gratitude and thankfulness that we feel. Artists are very aware of the emotional dimension of creatures. And for that reason, I think we're all good as artists in being consultants in all kinds of ways to the way that we are contributing emotionally to the communication and the health and comfort of that gospel. I think of many worship services where a preacher might be communicating the words of the gospel, but the way that they're doing it doesn't feel like comfort, doesn't feel like healing and wholeness. An artist is someone who's attuned to that dissonance and can be a voice and an advocate for how might we re-communicate in a way that sounds like the gospel feels.